Good morning, welcome to the show. My name is Koi. Understanding the culture of a nation, people, or a group is an essential part of a well-rounded education. It's important for each of us to understand our own multicultural selves and the cultural norms that shape the way we see and interact with the world. Now, before we can learn about the cultures of others, we must first appreciate and recognize our own. That's exactly what the event dubbed From the Kitchen to the Eye was celebrating. The event was organized by the Embassy of Mexico, and it aimed to showcase a sample of culinary and graphic art from Mexico. Let's check it out up next.
Hey, 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 hey. Ah, 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 ah. Este es el mariachi loco.
According to World Tourist Attractions, Mexico is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, with more than 20 million foreign visitors per year. Some of the top tourist attractions in Mexico include Acapulco. Acapulco is a resort town which came into prominence by the 1950s as a getaway for Hollywood stars and millionaires. Cozumel is regarded as the best diving area in the world. Palenque is an archaeological site that was located on the western edge of the Maya Empire. The Copper Canyon is a network of canyons which together are said to be several times larger than the Grand Canyon. The Temple Pyramid of El Castillo. This temple has special astronomical significance. The steps add up to 365, the number of days in a year. To celebrate the diversity, culture, and revolution of Mexico was the event dubbed From the Kitchen to the Eye.
We are here opening the exhibition, a photo exhibition of the Mexican Revolution. These are pictures that are very old, from 1910, that are called, they are part of an exhibition called The White Liquor of the Maya Huelgodes and From the Kitchen to the Eye.
We would like to share how good, how tasty, how splendid, how different, how special is the Mexican food, and it has been recognized. It is in the list of the at the UNESCO list of heritage. So that's what we're doing.
Let me say that the Mexican community, it is known for being so friendly, for being very charming people, welcoming people. So I think that's what represents us when it comes to compare our culture with other cultures.
Mexico is a great country. We have plenty of culture. It is really as a mosaic. There you can find different types of music, different kinds of food, people. There's a mixture in my country. Mexico is really a great place where we have a very strong identity as Mexicans, but also we are very good at receiving foreigners and ideas from other countries, and we also introduce and use that as part of our own culture.
Guests were treated to an array of Mexican cuisines, and the signature drink of the night was the margarita, which was flowing throughout the night.
We thought that it would be very pertinent to organize this exhibition in the Zapata Mexican restaurant because these exhibitions are about the beverage called pulque, which is a beverage invented in the pre-Hispanic era in Mexico when it was called New Spain. And this drink was supposed to have aphrodisiac effects and very nutritional effects. So it's a foamy white liquor. That's why the exhibition is called the White Liquor of the Maya Huelgodes. Also, we are exhibiting From the Kitchen to the Eye, which is a showcase of how the people used to eat in Mexico in 1910.
One of the key guests in attendance was the Mexico ambassador to Kenya, Luis Javier Campuzano, who was in attendance with his wife, Uli.
The Mexican community in Kenya is composed mainly from missionaries, both ladies and gentlemen, that make a lot of work through evangelization, but also a lot of social work. They're dealing with people with disabilities, with people with different problems. They, as a religious people, they concentrate mostly with the most vulnerable people. So it's really a commendable work, and they have been here for more than 40 years in Kenya. They were even before the Mexican embassies.
Although this event mainly celebrates the culture of the Mexican people, it's interesting to learn the similarities that they share with the Kenyan people.
Yeah, I've been here now 3.5 years, and it has really been a very, very good experience. The Kenyans are really so nice on a human basis. We communicate so well. The Kenyans with me and the Mexicans in general, it is really great, just great. The country is beautiful, very much like Mexico. The climate is very much like Mexico. Also in Mexico City, you would dress a little bit warmer. You would think it's on the equator. Also, when U.S. citizens come to Mexico, they think it's hot, but it's not hot everywhere, only on the coast.
When I came to Kenya, because I came because of the restaurant, because of Zapata, and I really found Kenyans to be kind of similar to us. I mean, they are so friendly, they are really, really welcoming, they always have a very nice smile. So in that sense, in that regard, I do find both cultures pretty much similar.
Authentic Mexican cooking starts with ingredients that are traditionally used across the various regions of Mexico. Mexican ingredients can be used to prepare a range of meals.
With maize, for example, we have more than 650 different plates with maize. Only about tamales that you were speaking, that's similar to ugali, and as she was commenting, that we have it in different forms. Sometimes they are covered with corn, how you could call them, corn leaves, or with banana leaves, and they can be very different with either vegetables or with cheese or with pork or with chicken or with beef, whatever you can imagine. And we have different presentations. I mean, these tamales are very, very similar to ugali, but we have also the famous tortillas, the tortillas and tacos and nachos that you most probably have sometime tasted when you went to watch a film.
The manner in which we prepare food is a significant factor to consider in improving our lifestyle.
Kenyans and Mexicans, we eat a lot of maize, but still there's a difference on how you prepare it and how we cook it. And we can share that kind of information, that technique, because I'm sure that we can teach Kenyans to prepare some tacos and to eat some to prepare tortillas, to eat tacos, and get rid of this aflatoxin, the aflatoxic problem.
In Kenya, almost 65% of the maize consumed by people is contaminated with aflatoxins. So this is a huge breakthrough, and it's a technique, an ancient technique that was done by every Mexican in almost 500, 600 years ago, and we still do it. The other very important aspect of this limestone cooking is that through this process, niacin, vitamin B, is delivered. So actually, when you are eating the maize plus whatever, your body's able to assimilate much better the nutrients of whatever you eat. So it has a nutritional impact. Plus, the limestone itself, it has calcium, that this helps for your teeth and for your bones. So it's very, very, very positive. And the extra additional impact, it helps to be able to preserve your food. You don't have to throw it away. So it has an impact in food security. So such a very tiny technique has huge impacts, and it can be done by any Kenyan.
This event was not only celebrating the culture of the Mexican people, but the key revolutionaries as well. One of these key figures is Emiliano Zapata Salazar, who formed and commanded the Liberation Army of the South during the Mexican Revolution.
The photo exhibition is all about showcasing how kitchens or how life used to go around a kitchen during the revolution period, which occasionally is the time when Zapata brought in the Mexican history, because he was a revolution fighter from that period.
The Mexican flag has changed 4 times throughout history. Red, white, and green are the colors of the National Liberation Army in Mexico. The emblem consists of an eagle holding a serpent in its talon and is perched on top of a prickly pear cactus. The significance of the emblem rises from the legend that the Aztec gods told them to build a city where they spot an eagle eating a serpent, which is now Mexico City. Mexico is not only colorful in their cuisine, but in their dressing as well. The uniform of the staff at the event also reflects the Mexican culture. The waitress wears a dress which features the colors of the Mexican flag. The top part of the dress is white with a beautiful colored embedding on the chest. The bottom part of the dress is in big and small layers with the 3 main colors of the flag: red, green, and white. The waiters, on the other hand, are dressed in a long-sleeved beige shirt accompanied by black trousers. A red bow tie spices the look, and a green and white sashel is placed in a diagonal fashion to enhance the look. This look would not be complete without this black and gold detailed sombrero.
Mexicans are very fussy. They have a lot of food, and when they have food in front of them, they are talking about some other food which is really so good and so great. Mexicans, they really have thousands of different ways to prepare things, and they eat everything. They eat insects, fried or whatever, and they eat a lot of. They have very different things. Kenyans are more easy on that. For a housewife, I prefer the Kenyan food, to be honest. If I have a cook, and I have a very good Kenyan cook who has been since 27 years with the Mexicans, and she knows how to cook Mexican food much better than me. So, of course, I prefer the Mexican food. I like githeri. I, of course, know nyamachoma, but githeri we really have a lot, because even in Mexico they eat beans, maize, potatoes. These are even foods that came from America to Europe. So we like it. Of course, githeri is like eating at home.
I also like githeri a lot, because and the bugali, a variation of bugali that my wife makes, that it's she cuts it in small pieces with the cheese and she fries it. It tastes fantastic.
Camino Real de Colima, no me quisiera acordar. Camino Real de Colima, no me quisiera acordar.
We want to promote this restaurant because it's the only authentic Mexican restaurant in Kenya. Chef Omar Galeana is a very good chef. He's from the state of Guerrero. He has received some awards, and actually we're also here to announce the first competition of the Mexican recipe, which actually is behind you. And this exhibition is inviting all the people in Kenya to present a recipe of a Mexican dish or a Mexican appetizer, a Mexican drink, and they will be winning some prizes after that. Well, one prize could be a free dinner at the Zapata Mexican restaurant, a bottle of tequila that is not sold in Kenya. I mean, we have many tequilas here, but not some of the brands. And another one could be a free class with Omar Galeana, the chef. So that's, I mean, the prices are modest, but it's a good standing, a good beginning. And I think I hope it will entice Kenyans to start doing this.
Mexico has one of the world's largest economies and is considered both a regional power and middle power.
I think that the Kenyans know much better than Mexicans because of the soap operas. That I'm sure that you have seen some of them, and this I think that even they are called Mexicans, isn't it? And this is something that we are trying to enhance because there's huge potential in many different areas. From economic, you can point out infrastructure, roads, energy, buildings, housing, affordable housing. This is a point that we want to stress a lot. There are opportunities also in agro-processing, and I think that the options are limitless. It's only where you want to put your attention. You find some areas where we can have a huge potential. We are going to hold next month a presentation of different films from the Latin American countries in the Goethe Institute, and most probably we'll try to present another exhibition, most probably also in the National Museum of Nairobi in July. So we have very often either exhibitions or culinary weeks. Last year we had in November a culinary week in Ole Sereni, where we wanted to portray Mexican food. We brought 2 chefs from Mexico, and this is a way how to bring closer our 2 countries, because we think that culture shows a lot of what we are and the potentials that we have to give to each other.
Mahatma Gandhi, the Indian philosopher and activist, put it well when he said, "No culture can live if it attempts to be exclusive."
A ver, a mover la colita. Si no la mueve, se le va a poner malita. A ver, a mover la colita.
As Uli Novi, the wife of the ambassador of Mexico, said, Mexico and Kenya share many aspects of their gastronomical tradition. Not only that, there are many other similarities between the 2 countries. We have similar climate, we have similar customs, such as including maize regularly in our diet, and we have the same culture of togetherness and friendliness. Now, earlier I mentioned that there's a Mexican recipe competition, which will be held on the 25th of July at the Zapata restaurant. Email your full name, your age, your mobile number, and your recipe to zapatarestaurant@yahoo.com. Go to our Facebook page, KTN Midmorning, and check out the details of the Mexican recipe competition in case you haven't gotten them right. It's goodbye for now and enjoy your weekend.